Hello, fans. You are watching Warrenton High School baseball on the Warrenton Sports Network. We're gearing up for an exciting matchup between the home team, the Warrenton Warriors, and the visiting St. Charles West Warriors. These two longtime rivals have battled 26 times in the past, with the series deadlocked at 13 apiece. Today's game not only serves as the next chapter in their storied rivalry, but as a critical moment in each team's season. Yesterday, St. Charles West got the better of Warrenton, cruising to a 7-0 victory on the back of a dominant pitching performance by junior pitcher Brody Anderson. Anderson was lights out, tossing 6 shutout innings with 4 strikeouts, and he also chipped in offensively by going for 2 for 3 at the plate and driving in a run and scoring a run himself. The question today, can Warrenton bounce back and even the score? The Warrenton Warriors, entering with an impressive record of 6-3, boast a high-powered offense that averages 8 runs per game, nearly double West's 4-run average. Leading the charge for Warrenton is senior Colin D. Sylvester, who's been nothing short of sensational at the plate. With a .650 batting average, third in the metro area, and a .759 on-base percentage, second in the metro area, D. Sylvester has been a key catalyst for the Warriors' success. Meanwhile, the visiting West Warriors, sitting at 3-3, are looking to carry the momentum from yesterday's win into today's contest. Though their offensive output has been modest, their gritty performance have kept them competitive. With history and pride on the line, they'll aim to take the lead in this tightly contested all-time series. And they'll be riding the back of their all-state pitcher, Brennan Gehring, who leads the metro area in the strikeout-to-walk ratio with a 24K to 1 walk ratio. It's a perfect day for baseball, and we're about to witness what promises to be a thrilling game between two determined squads. Will Warrenton's high-octane offense and home field advantage prevail, or can St. Charles West deliver back-to-back victories behind their pitching and perseverance? Stay tuned right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. The action is about to begin. All right, we're moments away from our first pitch. On the mound for the Warriors today is sophomore Jake Kirkpatrick. Jake is 1-1 on the season so far. He's pitched 10 innings with an ERA of 2.10. He's got 4 strikeouts and a whip of 1.30. Leading off for the West Warriors, it's going to be Andrew Vogel. He's a junior outfielder, hitting .375 on the season. This is Game 2 in the GAC North for both these teams. They played yesterday with St. Charles West prevailing 7-0 over Warrenton. So Warrenton's looking to bounce back today. And Vocal stepping into the batter's box, so we're ready to play baseball here. First pitch is in low and in the dirt, ball one. Next pitch is in there, strike right down the middle. The batter's box for the West Warriors is Matt Box, their center fielder. Haas and Kirkpatrick having a little time getting connected on the signal. They've got it now and ready to pitch. It's a slow roller back to the pitcher. Kirkpatrick fields, tosses it to first, and he gets the runner at first. Nice play from the sophomore pitcher. Box is batting .353. Slugging .412. He looks to get the West Warriors, first runner on base. Kirkpatrick misses just a little bit inside of that first pitch. Haas did a good job framing it. Austin Haas, the All-State catcher behind the plate for the Warrenton Warriors. Next pitch outside, 2-0. Kirkpatrick shakes off the first line. Haas puts down, delivers the third pitch. Ball three. Uh, 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Yes. Next one's hit right back to the second baseman. Stays down on the ball. Throws over to first. Good scoop there by Phillips. Martin to Phillips on that play. 2 outs. That brings up Brennan Goring. Goring's hitting .412 on the season. He looks to get something started for the West Warriors. Kirkpatrick's been pitching to contact so far, doing a good job of getting ground balls to his infielders. First pitch outside to Goring. Grounder to third, gets by the third baseman. First hit for St. Charles West. That brings up their cleanup hitter, Brady Kilker. He's their first baseman. He's averaging .400 so far in the season. West got a courtesy runner over first for strike. Ground ball second. Gets under the glove of Martin. Runner goes from first to third. And they make a play at third, and they come up and tag the runner. That's how Warrenton gets out of this inning. Nice play there from the outfield. Relay to third base to get the runner. So after the top here of the first, West gets no runs. Warrenton's coming up to bat next. One, two, three. There it is. Yeah, you're welcome. Give a shout out to one of our sponsors. Hunter's Sake is now leasing commercial space in their brand new building located on Main Street in Jonesburg. Coming soon are Hunter Oaks subdivision with new homes and townhomes for sales.
Those are some nice spaces. When you drive by that new space there in Jonesburg, right by Jonesburg Elementary, really pops. And if you're looking for some space that is cutting edge, brand new, and up and coming there near Jonesburg Elementary, take a look.
Leading off for Warrenton is going to be their All-State catcher, Austin Haas. Haas is batting .455 on the season. And the West Warriors have Brendan Goring on the mound. He's pitched 12 innings so far. He's got an ERA of .58, 24 strikeouts, second in the metro area in whip with a .25. And he leads the metro area in strikeout to walk ratio of 24-1. He was all conference in 22, 23, 24. He was all district in those same years as well. And he was all state in 2022. And second team All-State in 2023 and 2024.
So Keith, what you're saying, he's pretty good.
He is. Warrenton's got there. Sometimes you get good pitching, though. It's like batting practice if the ball's not moving. You can get something started here.
It'll be tough for the Warriors today, but I'm sure they're up for the challenge.
He's throwing strikes, let's put it that way.
That's right.
Starts him off with a strike right down the middle. Haas fouls that one back. Had a good rip of that one. Our statistician, Evan Shank, has just informed us that this pitcher, Brendan Gordon, had a perfect game against Battle. Ooh, that one catches Haas in the helmet. Haas shakes it off, used to that from football. Blowing the helmet's nothing to him. And he shakes it off and heads on down to first. That's actually Gehring's first hit batter of the season. And that brings up Carter Martin. He's playing second base today. Throw over to first. Haas was kind of leaning that way. Gets back easily, though. No tag from Kilker. Carter Martin's playing second today for the Warrenton Warriors, averaging .300. And takes a strike there in the first pitch from Gehring. Haas has got a sizable lead over there first. He's got 4 stolen bases. He's a threat to run. He's going. High pitch. Catcher comes up throwing. Haas is in there easily. He's standing up before the tag even gets there. That's going to be Austin's 5th stolen base of the season.
It is hard to defend against speed. So good to see Austin using his wheels to get us a second, get a scoring position.
Yep, hits a run now. Puts pressure on the pitcher, puts pressure on the defense. He's pulling the shortstop out of position right now. That helps the Carter fouls that off to down the right field line. Didn't miss that by much. One and one to count. On deck for the Warrenton Warriors is their shortstop, Colin D. Sylvester. Colin's one of the leading hitters in the metro area in several categories this season. Martin fouls that back to the backstop. 1 ball, 2 strikes count now.
I tell you, Austin's really dancing out there, keeping that shortstop busy, keeping him out of position. Might give us an opportunity for a hit here.
Yeah, there's a big hole there between shortstop and third. There's a pitch from Goring in the dirt. Haas is on his way to third, and he's going to be in there standing up. So 2 stolen bases for Haas now. Two balls, 2 strikes count. Warrenton putting a little pressure on St. Charles West today. Starting the game off early. Pitch from Goring's on the way. Barton takes it right back up the middle. Ground ball to the shortstop, comes up. Haas scores, and Martin's out at first.
Put the ball in play, scoring a run. Good baseball right there. Making contact. Take the field as shortest to get the runners in. Or RBI, I guess.
Yep, RBI. Warrenton's on the board, 1-0. One out here. And that brings up Colin D. Sylvester. He's hitting batting .650 on the season. Senior shortstop takes the first pitch. Ball 1. Overcast skies here. Ball 2.
Not as windy as it has been, so we'll be all right with that.
Wind's out of the west, but like you're right, it's not really helping much for pulling the ball out today.
It's calmed down a little bit from what it has been. Just glad it stopped raining finally. Get some baseball in.
Absolutely. D. Sylvester takes it right back up the middle. That gets down in front of the center fielder. He takes a wide turn at first and stops there at first.
Good piece of hitting there. Right up the middle, nice line drive.
Like I said, the Warrenton's got to know that they're going to see strikes today because he's got the best strikeout to walk ratio there is. And it's like Warrenton so far has been ready to hit. That's going to bring up cleanup hitter Rick Stanley. Stanley's batting .412 on the season. He's the Warrenton Warriors' third baseman. And he's hitting left-handed. Curran checks on the runner, D. Sylvester at first. D. Sylvester hops off the base, does not go. Little off-speed pitch there in the dirt. Stanley's ahead of the count, 1-0.
Nice stop by their catcher there.
Gehring throws over. No tag from the first baseman, Kilker. Little cat and mouse game going on between the pitcher and the shortstop, D. Sylvester here. Next one's in there for a strike. Had a little heat on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Stanley's got a good eye. He's walked 8 times this season. He's not going to swing at anything outside of the strike zone. He leads the team in walks. That's what you want to see from your cleanup hitter. D. Sylvester's running. Stanley's hitting behind him. D. Sylvester gets a second easily, and Stanley's out at first. Little sacrifice there.
Put the ball in play. Good things happen. Moving the runner over.
2 outs down. That brings up Bryce Phillips, the first baseman for Warrenton. He's hitting .318 on the young season. He's got 9 RBIs. Chance here to add to that. Hits are going to be a run here.
I think runs are going to be at a premium this game.
Good to get him early.
Good to get him early.
First one's a ball. First pitch is the ball there from Goring. Gehring. Shortstop's out of position here, trying to get in behind D. Sylvester. Now the pitch is on the way. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the second best baseman is behind D. Sylvester. I'm not sure he saw him, but neither did the pitcher. Foul tip there from Phillips. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Gehring gets him there on a little sweeper, a little slider there.
Good inning for the Warriors, though. Get a run across, put the ball in play, a couple good hits. Good inning.
That's what they needed after yesterday, too. Need to bounce back after yesterday, get a good start today, especially against an all-state pitcher like that.
Yep. Tough competition.
That's the way you get better, though. You play good competition, it makes you better. So after 1 inning, Warrenton leads St. Charles West 1-0 here at Warrenton High School baseball field.
Yep, this is the Larry Lukey Memorial Field. The Lukeys have done great things for our community for a long time. I think Keith Lukey has the record for most terms on the school board. It did 15 years. So appreciate the Lukeys and all that they do for Warren County.
He was a good servant.
For sure. Looks like John Newcomer's our umpire behind the plate tonight. John's been doing a lot of games for us and does a pretty good job.
All right, leading off this inning for St. Charles West is going to be their third baseman, Anson Disselhorst. Anson's batting .286 so far this season. Here's the first pitch from Kirkpatrick to start the second. A little off-speed pitch. Disselhorst hits it to the shortstop, D. Sylvester, and he gets him at first. Nice play there by Phillips.
1 pitch, 1 out. Not a bad ratio.
Economical. That brings up Nick Bueller, the second baseman for St. Charles West. Actually, Bueller's catching. First pitch in there, some strike for Kirkpatrick. Next pitch outside in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside on the third pitch, 2 balls, 1 strike. On deck for St. Charles West is Brody Anderson. Brody had a game yesterday, 6 shutout innings, 4 Ks. He went 2 for 3 at the plate, RBI and a run as well. Kirkpatrick struggling to find the strike zone here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And Bueller hits it right back to D. Sylvester, who's been busy. Bobbles it, double pumps, and Bueller's going to beat that out.
No, he got him.
Oh, he got him?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, good dig over at first.
D. Sylvester, the shortstop for Warrenton, has been busy this inning. And here's the star from yesterday, Brody Anderson, batting .385. He's playing right field today for St. Charles West. Batting left-handed. First pitch is in the dirt from Kirkpatrick. Nobody on, 2 outs. Anderson looking to get something started for St. Charles West. Next pitch is outside, 2-0. Sophomore pitcher delivers that one to D. Sylvester. Hits it to D. Sylvester. Gets underneath his glove, and Anderson's going to beat that one out. So just like last inning, the number 3 hitter gets on base for St. Charles West, putting a little pressure on Warrenton. Next batter is going to be Ty Ducat. He's their DH. Kirkpatrick checks on the runner at first. Ducat hits it down to the second baseman, ground ball. And Martin comes up throwing to Phillips and gets him out the runner at first.
Yeah, a lot of first pitch swinging in that at bat. Maybe they're looking to jump on him early and thinking that's the best pitch you're going to see in the at bat.
Yeah, you're right, because in the first inning they were taking the first pitch strike. In that inning they were swinging at the first strike. And Kirkpatrick delivered 3 groundouts. So doing a good job pitching to contact, letting his defense make the plays behind them.
Yeah, we had two batters, 1 pitch, 1 out.
So Warrenton still leads here. We head into the bottom of the second. They're up 1-0. And leading off is going to be Mason Thompson, their center fielder. Mason's a 3-sport athlete. Wide receiver on the football team, holds the school record for touchdown receptions, starting on the basketball team, and center fielder for the baseball team. Keeps himself busy.
Great athlete.
After Thompson, Warriors will have Kirkpatrick and Keegan Lemcule. Manager for both the teams is Nuru Allen for St. Charles West and Eric Burley for Warrenton. Thompson steps into the batter's box, deep into the batter's box. His foot's on the white line back there in the back. And we're ready for action here, bottom of 2. Gearing looks in, gets a sign, and delivers. Just outside, ball 1. Gearing working quickly here. Ooh, that was high and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Gary looks a little frustrated with himself right now, struggling to find the strike zone. Big long sigh there, shook his head as he after that pitch there.
I think he'll settle in, though, here in a little bit. He's a great pitcher.
Definitely a great pitcher. Next one's heat, but a little bit outside. 3-0. If that's in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Next pitch fouled back by Thompson. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gearing's worked himself back into the count here. Payoff pitch coming here in a second. Working a little slower here. See if he digs for something a little deeper here. He brings the heat right down the middle.
That was the heat.
He gets Thompson looking.
That ball really was thrown hard.
That's 2 back-to-back strikeouts there for Gearing. And that brings up pitcher for Warrenton, Jake Kirkpatrick. Jake's hitting .273 so far in the season. Ball outside. Seems like he likes to throw the heater outside. The defense has been shifted that way so far too. Second baseman's over to the right. Shortstop's back towards the middle. Next pitch right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yep, center fielder's even shaded a few steps to the right as well.
I'm sure with his heat that the batters are usually late swinging a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit behind it. And the ball gets hit to the right side.
Takes a little off that.
No, that went to the left side.
Kirkpatrick hits it past the shortstop.
Must have heard us talking. Pull it.
That courtesy runner coming in there for Warrenton. That's going to be C.J. Brake. And that brings up Keegan Lemkuhl. He's been a freshman sensation. Keegan's averaging .667.
That's pretty good. 600.
He's a right fielder today. He's got a good arm as well. Made that play earlier on the relay.
Play.
Yep.
Yeah, great play over to third.
Swing and miss on that one. He was swinging on the first pitch that time. Break with the lead off over there at first. Gary's not giving him too much attention. Just gives him a little nod. And he delivers. Bunt coming. Popped it up. Back to the backstop. Foul ball. Gearing ahead in the count 0-2 here. See if Coach Burley's running on this one. See if Gearing keeps on bringing the heat or if he's going to change to go a little off speed here. Lemkuhl right back up the middle. Second baseman gets it, flips it to the shortstop. They get the lead runner at first, breaks out. Two outs now. That brings up Keegan Melligard. Back-to-back Keegans batting. Lemkuhl to Melligard. Melligard is the left fielder for Warrenton. He's hitting .250 on the season. Lemkuhl's got himself a pretty good lead off over there on first. Bounces off, no, not going. Pitches in there for a strike. Melligard's taking all the way that one. Gehring shakes off the first sign from the catcher. Foul ball. Gehring ahead in the count 0-2.
A little discussion if that's catcher's interference, but I think it was just foul ball on that one.
It sounded like there might have been catcher's interference.
But foul ball is a call.
Lemkeel's dancing over there at first. He's going. And batter swings, misses for the strikeout.
Yep, I think he's starting to settle in a little bit.
Definitely. 2 strikeouts that innings there for Gehring. Warrenton threatens a little bit but gets no runs. I'd like to also give out a shout out to Main Street Real Estate, the hometown realtors with the hometown hearts. They've been proudly supporting Warrenton athletics in our community for years, from game day to closing day. They're your hometown team.
That's right. Main Street's done a great job supporting our community. Any fundraiser you go to, you see people from Main Street there, and any philanthropic organization, they're involved with that as well. So if you're looking to move out to the Warrenton area, there's about 1,000 new homes coming in out here, so plenty of homes to be purchased. So feel free to give Main Street a call. They can help you out.
And one of the things you always talked about, Dr. K, one of the great things about coming out to Warrenton, if you have kids, is the kids can get involved in so many different activities here in Warrenton.
Oh, so many, yeah. We're excited to have, your traditional football and not baseball, obviously. And, we added this year volleyball, boys volleyball for the first time, and girls stunt. Girls stunt has their first home match tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Unfortunately, we have a school board meeting. We won't be able to broadcast that one. But come out to the high school and see the girls stunt team. I'm excited to see what that's about. I've not really seen that much, so they're getting started. And the boys volleyball program's just getting off the ground, and all sorts of activities. From FFA to baseball to football to you name it. There's something for kids to be involved with. Robotics, all that.
When you see a lot of the kids, doing multi-sports, multi-activities.
Oh, for sure.
So a lot of activities, a lot of options for kids.
That's right. The high school isn't, no matter how big the high school is, there's only 5 kids on the basketball team, so we're just that right size to have great opportunities for lots of kids to do lots of things. So.
All right, leading off for the West Warriors is going to be their shortstop, Caden Eilerts. Eilerts hitting .400 on the season. Warrenton leads 2-0 here as we head to the top of 3. I'm sorry, 1-0. 1-0. I wanted to give them an extra run.
Yeah, me too.
Nice little off-speed pitch from Kirkpatrick there.
That just fell off the table. That was started the letters into the knees. That was a good curveball.
First time I've seen that pitch from him.
That was a good pitch.
Give him something to think about a second time through the batting order here.
Coming at your ear and ended up in the strike zone. I mean, that's a tough pitch to handle.
Next one's in the dirt, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. After Eilerts, we're back to the leadoff hitter, Andrew Vogel. Then the sweeping curveball there. That one's outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Heater right down the middle there, swinging away there. Eilerts was 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eilerts working out of the, Kirkpatrick working out of the windup. Foul back by Eilerts, out of play.
That keeps us at 2-2.
That one's driven. Oh, D. Sylvester dives over his right shoulder.
They get calling out.
Does a Statue of Liberty, puts his arm out there and catches it.
Unbelievable.
What a great play by the shortstop, Colin D. Sylvester.
That was fantastic.
That was in no man's land. between the shortstop and the center fielder, and DeSylvester just sprinted back and got his arm out there like the Statue of Liberty, dove backwards and squeezed it when it hit his glove. Great play. Known for the bat this year, but also showing some leather. Back to Vocal leading off here for St. Charles West.
Yeah, I think another 2 inches. That's probably a hit.
Yes.
That was about as great of an extension as you can make.
DeSylvester's out there talking to Martin about it right now.
Sure.
He's all smiles right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice little change up there from Kirkpatrick. Vocal grounded out to the pitcher in first. That one hits him in the foot. He shakes it off and limps down to first base. Up next is Matt Box for St. Charles West, center fielder.
And they're giving a little timeout. Good job by the St. Charles coach to talk to the umpires about giving him a little time, just walk off, getting hit by a pitch there, and making sure he's okay. So good job, coach. Good job, umps. Appreciate that.
So 1 on, 1 out here, top of 3. Second base runner for West. Outside pitch from Kirkpatrick. Volkel's got 1 stolen base so far in the season. The junior outfielder. In the first inning, Box grounded out to second base. Kirkpatrick throws that one by him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch a little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Warrenton's had good defense today. 5 ground outs so far. Kirkpatrick pitching to contact. Tries to snake that curveball in there again. High and outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Phillips holding the runner, Vocal on first. Kirkpatrick tried to bring the fastball, but lost it outside. 2 runners on now. 1 out. Vocal reached on a hit by pitch, and Box reached on a walk.
Yep, Warrenton's looking for a double play ball here.
Kirkpatrick's the man for the job. So like I said, 5 ground outs so far. All to the shortstop or the second baseman, so be a good time for a double play. Gehring steps in for West. He got a single in the first and was thrown out at third on a relay throw. He's batting .412 on the season so far. Next first pitch in there from Kirkpatrick's a little high. Not holding the runner on first with the runner on second. Curveball there. Gehring takes a swing at it, pops it up. DeSylvester's camping underneath it.
Infield fly rule called by umpires. So infield fly.
That's 2 outs now. 2 on, 2 outs, bringing up cleanup hitter Brady Kilker, first baseman. He singled in the first. Hitting .400 on the year. Foul back. Interesting after all the ground outs that they're maybe changing their approach and dropping the bat a little bit and trying to get that ball in the air a little bit more.
Yeah, I think we're seeing some curveballs here, and as we're starting to make our way almost to the second time through the lineup here, I believe.
Yep.
Yep.
Kirkpatrick's throwing him something different. Comes back with a heat after that slow curve. That's hard to.
Yep.
That's hard.
You know, as a pitcher, you want to disrupt timing. As a hitter, you want to time it up. That's a great thing about baseball. That chess match within the game between hitter and pitcher.
Sophomore pitcher nods to Haas, delivers a pitch. Another off-speed pitch fouled back. New ball in play for Warrenton. Kirkpatrick's rubbing the ball a little bit, getting a little sweat in the ball. Checks on the runner at second, delivers in the dirt. Haas keeps it in front of him.
Great stop. Great stop.
Showing right there why he's going to go play college ball next year.
Textbook block. Keep the ball right in front of you. Keeps those runners on first and second.
One, two. Brings the heat. Kilker hits it to the second. Ground ball fielded by Martin. Thrown over to Phillips. They get the out. Another ground out there. Good inning for Warrenton.
Warriors are in a little bit of trouble and got out of it. Good defense, good pitching.
Like you said earlier, runs are going to be hard to find today.
That's right. Every run is going to be worth 5.
So we're back to the top of the lineup here for Warrenton. Austin Haas is going to lead us off. They've been through the order once. Everybody's taking a look at Gehring, so we'll see if he chooses to change up things here, as we saw Kirkpatrick do, working in the curveball there. Sun's starting to pop out.
Yeah, we'll take that.
That'll keep it warm here. Usually it gets cold at the end of these baseball games.
It does, it does.
That'll help.
Early spring games, you're not sure what the weather's going to be, that's for sure. Windy, cold. But these late spring games are great as the season moves on.
You're right about that.
In May, it's just nice out.
Definitely a tale of two seasons.
Right. You know, football's and all the fall sports are kind of the same way. You know, beginning of the year it's hot, and at the end of the year it's snowing.
It's the opposite. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And throw goes down. Here comes Haas.
Austin got on base and scored a run earlier when he was hit by a pitch. Eventually driven in by Stanley on a sacrifice. No, I'm sorry, driven by D. Sylvester. First pitch is a ball. Definitely brought the heat there. Next one's in there for a heat. Back-to-back fastballs from Gehring. Three straight fastballs. He's just rearing back and throwing heat right now.
Saying hit it if you can.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Definitely challenging the hitter here. That one he takes a little bit off. Ground to third. Third baseman comes up throwing. Nice play there from Disselhorst.
Nice job, boys. Nice job, Wes.
Good pitch sequence there by West.
Yeah, 3 fastballs and a little just change up there.
Yep.
Got him a little bit ahead and ground ball to third. That brings up Carter Martin. First pitch in there for a strike. Actually, Martin had the RBI in the first. After Haas scored stole second, and then got to third on a wild pitch. Martin delivered the RBI with a ground out. Gearing ahead of the count here, 0-2, 1 out. That one just misses outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So the first 2 batters, he starts off with fastballs, and when he gets ahead in the count, then he throws the off-speed pitch. Yeah.
It's a good sequence to go with because they're off balance and got the timing down a little bit.
Brings the fastball there. Martin fouls that straight back. Still 1-2. DeSylvester over in the batter's box up next. Warrenton's leading batter made a spectacular play last inning at shortstop.
That was fun to watch.
He's still smiling about it, I think. Off-speed pitch. Martin does a good job of staying down on that one, just getting a piece of it.
Just staying alive.
Yes. That was a nasty one. It had some bite to it.
Sure did. Good at bat here.
Yeah, Gearing's gone deep in both of the starts, 6 innings both times. Get that pitch count up a little bit. That one's outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Really good at bat by Carter Martin. Hits up on the ground. The third. Disselhorst comes up throwing. Kilker squeezes the first. 2 outs. 2 consecutive ground outs to third. That brings up Colin DeSylvester.
Good play at third there. Good fundamental play. Watched the ball in. Took his time. Made a good strong throw to first. Good play over third. Good at bat for the Warriors, though. Battle back there and put the ball in play. Make something happen.
So DeSylvester had a single to center last inning, or his first at bat, averaging .650 on the season, facing one of the best pitchers, and he just took him right back up the middle. Gearing starts him off with a strike. There, gives him a little curveball there.
Yep. Mixing up the sequence a little bit.
He did. I think DeSylvester saw what everybody else saw. He waited until he had 2 strikes before he threw him the change up. And that time he gave him the change up early. Ooh, a little chin music there. Colin gets out of the way, shakes that one off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's right down the middle for the strikeouts. 3 up, 3 down for Warrenton.
Going into the 4th.
So Disselhorst, the third baseman for St. Charles West, he's going to lead off. He made 2 great plays at third for West defensively. He's hoping to get them started offensively here as we head to the top of 5. There's a top of number 4. Top of 4. 4.
Well, those of you that are planning on attending the Wise Foundation this weekend, the red and white dinner auction, I just got the text message here that the auction is live. So even if you're not attending, feel free to go to the red and white website, the Wise Foundation website. Probably find it on Facebook as well. And feel free to browse some of the silent auction items. If you're not attending, you can still bid on those, and they can be picked up at the central office, and we'll get you what you need. So red and white dinner this weekend. Great. The Wise Foundation does great things for scholarships and teacher grants for our students. So feel free to come out and support the Wise Foundation through these silent auction items.
That's a really neat idea to put them online like that. Opens it up to people who are busy or
if you can't
preoccupied.
Make it, now, the live auction, you have to be there. You have to have a ticket for that. And unfortunately, it is a sold-out event. But you can bid on the silent auction items now. Anyone can. So feel free to hop on there and bid on those items. Some good stuff, too.
Kirkpatrick's ready here in the fourth. Starts him off with a curveball low and away. Just a horse grounded out to short his first at bat. Another curveball in the dirt. 0-2 or 2-0. Let's see if he doesn't throw something a little inside here. 2 outside pitches. Like a fastball right down the middle.
So to get back in the count there.
That one's a little low on the inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sophomore pitcher showing a lot of composure on the mound so far for Warrenton. Just missed on the outside, that one. That was close. Leadoff walk for Disselhorst. West trying to get something started here. Next batter's going to be Nick Bueller. He grounded out the short last time as well.
Yeah, last inning West was knocking out the door, but the Warriors kind of held their ground, played good defense. Let's see if we can do it again.
West doesn't have too many stolen bases this season. Foul ball there, up and over the backstop.
Thought we might have gotten one there, Keith, and right to us.
Souvenir.
Yeah.
If one of us catches it, the other one has to get the camera in so the other one can hold it up.
That's right.
Show the camera.
Like a hole-in-one in golf. Someone's got to record it.
That's right. It doesn't happen unless it's seen by somebody else.
That's right.
Kirkpatrick checks on the runner at first. No tag from Phillips. Disselhorst is back easily. As I was saying earlier, though, St. Charles West, nobody has more than 1 stolen base, and Austin Haas is a great catcher behind the plate for Warrenton. Curveball there from Kirkpatrick. Nice tight one there. Oh, 2 here. See if he gives him another curveball or gives him something high it up. Fastball down the middle, ground ball to second. Martin takes the runner at first and gets the runner at first.
Good job not panicking there. Staying with the ball, getting it out.
That brings up St. Charles West right fielder Brody Anderson. He reached on an error in second. Runner Disselhorst is at second now. In scoring position. Foul ball back by Anderson. Strike 1. Anderson batting left-handed here. It kind of changes the appearance of that curveball because it's coming into the batter as opposed to away from the batter. Fastball hit. Ground ball to D. Sylvester. Fields it nicely. Throws over to first. First baseman isn't able to make the play. And Disselhorst is going to go ahead and score on that, tying the game up 1-1.
All right, we've got ourselves a tight game here.
And that brings up Ty Ducat. Grounded out to second base last time. Runner at first now. Flow over. Kirkpatrick checks on him. Anderson back easily. caught. Lines that to right fielder. Lemkeel's underneath it. Fields it. 2 outs. Line drive to the right fielder.
Good play by everybody there. Well hit ball. Well played ball.
Up next for West is going to be Caden Eilerts, their shortstop, hitting 400 on the season. 2 outs, 1 on. Tie game. Eilerts looks at the first one for a strike. Eilerts popped out to the shortstop first at bat. That was a tremendous play by D. Sylvester on that play. Kirkpatrick throws over. No tag from Phillips. Curveball in the dirt. Haas blocks it, throws her down to second.
Great block by
Oh, good close play there. Runner beats the tag.
I think the ball just hopped out of the glove just barely over the top and didn't have the ball when he tagged him.
Nice job, Brody.
And the runner moves to second.
So Anderson's got a RBI and a stolen base for West. He was the star yesterday for West, making things happen again today. Curveball from Kirkpatrick. Eilerts doesn't swing at it. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner in scoring position. Oh, hit by pitch there. Kirkpatrick tried to come in a little bit.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not hit by pitch.
Little disagreement here as to whether it hit the batter or not.
And they're talking it over here. Hopefully they get the call right.
Yeah, St. Charles West manager Allen came down and talked to the umpire very calmly and asked him to check with the field umpire to see what he saw. And the field umpire does say that the batter was hit by the pitch. So Eilerts goes to first. Runners now on first and second, 2 outs. And that brings up Vogel. Vogel was hit by a pitch his last time up. Grounded out to the pitcher the first time. Coach Burley comes out now and asks for a little clarification as to what happened. All right, 2 runners on, 2 outs, 1 run in, top of 4. Warrenton and Kirkpatrick just need to get the batter out here.
Yep, focus on the hitter. Just need 1 out. Get out of the inning.
Leadoff hitter Vogel grounds it up to the first pitcher, fields it, and tags him out. Swinging bunt. Nice play by Kirkpatrick. I think Kirkpatrick thought it might be a foul ball. And then Coach Allen asked him to come down and ask for the umpire to check again to make sure it didn't hit the batter while he was in the batter's box.
And Warriors have cleared the field.
They seem pretty confident it didn't hit the batter. And fielding umpire calls him out.
Out.
So nice play by Kirkpatrick. Everybody was standing around wondering what was going on. And Kirkpatrick, sophomore, kept his wits about him, went and got the ball, fielded it very quickly, and threw it down, or tagged the runner out.
If you don't hear anything from the umpire, keep playing. And that's a smart move on his part, just to keep playing.
So St. Charles West battles back there, top of 4, gets a run. Now it's all tied up here, 1-1.
Yeah. So we go in the bottom inning here, bottom half. Got ourselves a good game between the two Warriors.
Up first for Warrenton's going to be Rick Stanley, third baseman, averaging .412 on the season. His first bat, he had a sacrifice. Moved the runner over. So if you're just tuning in, Warrenton got their first run in the first. Austin Haas led off with a hit by pitch, stole second, and then advanced to third on a wild pitch, and then scored on a ground out by Carter Martin, sacrifice RBI. Stanley leads off for Warrenton, batting left-handed. Stanley's got 7 hits so far in the season. Swings at the first pitch. Looked like Gehring took a little bit off on that one.
Yeah.
Something we haven't really seen yet.
Yeah, it kind of looked like a changeup almost.
It did.
Yeah.
Straight change is what it looked like. Next one's low and inside. Stanley backs off of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. I tell you what, I see a lot of the athletes out here smiling and having a good time.
Oh, isn't it fun?
You like to see that.
Fun game,
you like to see that.
You love to see them compete at a high level like this and have fun doing it. And
Gehring delivers high and outside. A little heat. 2 balls, 1 strike. Good eye by Rick Stanley.
There really have been some good sportsmanship between both teams here. And
Foul back. 2 balls, 2 strike. There has been good sportsmanship. You see the players talking to each other and kind of kidding each other a little bit and enjoying the competition, which is good after they played each other yesterday.
That's right. They saw each other yesterday, and now they're back at it again.
Gehring's next pitch fouled back by Stanley. He stays alive, 2-2.
And my guess is many of these kids have played against each other as they've been growing up in different leagues and different teams. And
summer ball.
And maybe even some played together in different teams, that sort of thing. So, yeah.
On deck for Warrenton is Bryce Phillips, their first baseman. Right now, Gehring is dealing with Stanley. Next pitch, curveball, right back to the pitcher. 1 hopper, fields it easily and tosses it to first.
Good play there by pitcher. Good hard hit ball too. Fielding your position as a pitcher is not an easy thing to do sometimes. The ball's coming right back at you.
You got that right.
Just as hard as it's thrown at you. So, good play there.
Gehring was able to strike out Phillips in the first. Starts him off with a heater outside, low. Bryce Phillips is a senior. I'm sure he's seen Gehring before. Next one, heat right down the middle. 2 straight fastballs.
Good pitch there.
Nice tight curveball in the dirt there. 2 balls, 1 strike. With 1 out here. Bottom of 4, Stanley Layton, and swings and misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heater outside, full count.
That right there, BG, that right there.
I think Gehring thought it was a strikeout. He's walking off the mound. Shows a little disgust receiving the ball back with his bare hand. But he's working quickly, right back on the mound. Gets a sign from Bueller and delivers. Payoff pitch.
Strikeout. Bye-bye.
On the corner, gets another strikeout. First pitch in there for a strike to Thompson. Foul back. Thompson. Catcher's.
That wind was playing
Yeah.
with that ball.
That looked like it was going to be back to us behind the backstop.
I thought we had a shot at that one.
The wind kicked it right back into play, and catcher wasn't able to move his feet quick enough to get it.
Yeah, that was that wind just picked up and ball gets in the air. Just who knows where it's going to land. Yeah. That is a tough play.
A high strike, 0-2 here to Thompson.
You know, in the pro stadiums, they're all covered, and so they get a pretty clean ball. But here at the high school stadiums, you get up in that wind gust, that ball's who knows.
Gehring throws a heater outside on that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Try to see if Thompson would chase that one. Mason was looking at it a long time, but didn't swing. Next pitch. Right down the middle. Thompson fouls that back. Foul ball down the right field line. Staying alive.
When you're facing a great pitcher like this is what you got to do is just put the bat on the ball and keep working and grinding, trying to time it up.
Wait for a bad one. Little curveball there.
Good at bat.
Thompson fouls back another one. Seeing the ball well. Gehring's got 5 strikeouts so far through 4. Curveball. Thompson takes it right back up the middle, short of the center fielder, and he's got a leadoff hit for Warrenton.
Good at bat there. He did a great job just staying with that curveball, hitting it back up the middle, not trying to do too much with it, keeping his weight back. Really good at bat.
Mason's batting .526 in the season. You can see why there.
Yeah, really good.
Good approach. That brings up pitcher Jake Kirkpatrick. He got a single in the second inning for Warrenton. Pulled it between the third baseman and the shortstop. Gehring smiling over Thompson. Those two seem to have played against each other before. Kirkpatrick pops it up on the infield. Third baseman Disselhorst comes in and fields it easily. That ends the inning for Warrenton.
Nice job, Wes.
After 4 innings, we're all tied here. Warrenton, Larry Lukey Field, 1-1 is the score.
We have a great game going here. Good pitching, good defense.
And the sun has ducked behind the clouds again like it always does in the afternoon here. And the lights are on here. Love to see the lights on.
Yep. Now the sun's not going down for a little while, but just as in case it does get dark, I'd like to do this before at the beginning of an inning, so there's no advantage for one team or the other.
It's really great to see the high school baseball field with lights on it.
Yeah, not too many fields have lights, but it does enable us to get JV games in. And varsity normally can finish it fine, but JV it's not.
Yeah, otherwise those kids don't get to play but maybe an inning or two, a lot of times if there's no infield lights. Or outfield lights.
Just kind of depends how long that varsity game goes.
Yep.
And you want those kids to have game experience so they're ready to go at the next level. So we've got a great matchup today here.
All-time series is tied between these two teams.
All time.
13-13.
How about that?
This is the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Bragging rights going into the offseason.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's some good research there. (13-13). Well, Warrenton just got baseball. I believe around 1993 is when baseball started out here. So it makes sense we haven't played a whole lot.
And I'm not sure how far those records actually go back.
Sure.
That's a Misha website I went to get those records. So,
gotcha. So as far back as the records go,
it's 13-13.
What we believe, it's a all-time 13-13.
All right, leading off is going to be Matt Box, center fielder, hitting .353 on the season. He grounded out and walked in his first two at-bats. Kirkpatrick starts him with the curveball over the outside corner. Ball one. Fastball over the outside corner. Ball two. Jake Kirkpatrick walks off the mound there, takes a deep breath, rubs the ball a little bit, gets some composure. Back on the mound, back on the rubber here. Gets a sign from Haas and delivers. Box hits it to second baseman, past the second baseman.
Almost a great play there.
Yeah. Martin did a great job laying out for it, but wasn't quite able to reach it. So Box gets a leadoff single for West here in the top of five. That brings up Brendan Goring. Gearing's got a single in the first and popped out in the third. His third time around to see Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick starts him with a strike over the outside corner. Throw over to first, no tag. Pitch on the way. Gearing takes it to deep. Thompson's on his horse. Gets underneath it. Fields it and throws it in. He was real close to the warning track there.
Yeah, good center field play there just to get back, find a spot, find the ball. We got a little windy day here, so it's kind of always a tough one to play. But nice center field play on that deep hit.
That's going to bring up Brady Kilker, first baseman. Starts him off the tight little curveball there over the outside corner. Strike one. Kilker's the first baseman for West. Nice pitch in there for a strike as well. Behind the count 0-2. Kilker got a single in the first and he grounded out the second in the third. Check on a runner over first. Kirkpatrick gets a little fastball over the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another curveball. Kilker takes it to the gap. He gaps it between the center fielder and left fielder.
Good job cutting it off before it hits the fence.
Thompson gets to it in a hurry and keeps the runner at third. Nice play by Mason Thompson.
Good job out in center to get that ball in quickly. Good hit. That ball was tattooed.
He just got that pitch up high, and he just took it right back up.
He did not miss it.
Nope. So Box is on third, Kilker on second. One out. That brings up Anson Disselhorst, third baseman for West.
All right, that's where the Warriors going to kind of step up and get some outs and really use a strikeout here.
First pitch from Kirkpatrick. Over the outside corner, strike one.
That's a good start.
Disselhorst walked last inning. Curveball. Misses on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Disselhorst made a couple nice plays over third base defensively today as well.
Got one's over the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1-1 game.
3 straight curveballs from Kirkpatrick there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Go, Anson. Give it a whirl, buddy.
Fastball over the outside corner. No, outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Umpire gives the signal there that was low, not outside.
Does it hitters count here? 3-1.
Haas gives the signal. Kirkpatrick's on the rubber, feeling. Fastball down the middle. Hits the second baseman. He's going home with it. Tag to Haas. And Haas holds on, and they get the runner at home. Great play there by Carter Martin.
Good throw, good tag, heads up play.
Two outs now.
Now we just need to get the batter.
Runners on the corner, first and third. Umpire's taking a chance to clean the home plate. Kirkpatrick's got to deal with the catcher, Nick Bueller, here.
Let's see if the Warriors can get out of this jam.
Nice pitch over the outside corner.
They get started.
Bueller's grounded out both times so far for West. Ooh, a little high there on that pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind's picking up here. One out to left field. Fortunately, I think it's bringing in warm air, not cold air.
We'll take the warm air.
Absolutely. Curveball. Outside corner, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice pitch there from the sophomore hurler for Warrenton. See if he extends him over the outside corner here. Haas is sitting up outside. Throws him a curveball outside. Disselhorst does a good job watching that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Tie ball game. Another curveball over the outside corner. Disselhorst takes it to the opposite field. Right. And a nice running catch there by Carter Martin.
Good job, Warriors, getting out of the jam there.
Carter's had a good inning that inning. 2 outs for Carter Martin. So game stays tied as we head to the bottom of 5.
I tell you, runs are tough to come by today. And
you called it early.
And hopefully the Warriors can get a few more here.
Coach Burley brings the crew together in front of the dugout trying to inspire them. Take a little different strategy maybe against the pitcher here. Leading off for Warrenton's going to be Keegan Lemkuhl, right fielder. He reached on a fielder choice earlier. Want to recognize one of our sponsors while we have time here. Hunter's Sake is now leasing commercial space in their brand new building located on Main Street in Jonesburg. And also coming soon is the Hunter Oaks subdivision with new homes and townhomes for sale.
And that new subdivision's near Jonesburg Elementary, and going to be a nice subdivision. Going to have walking trails, mature trees, and walking distance. I think might be walking distance, close to walking distance to Jonesburg Elementary. So if you're looking to move to the Jonesburg area, it's be a great place to be looking.
Freshman Lebkuhl steps in. Averages .667 so far in the season. It's a great start for a freshman.
Sure.
Great start for anybody, but a super start for a freshman.
Right, for real. I think anybody would take those numbers.
First one, heat inside. Lebkuhl lays off that one. Ball one.
No 1-1 tie here in Warrenton. It's fifth inning, getting late in the game. They've started to see the pitcher a few times.
Next pitch is a strike over the outside corner. A little heat from Gehring. Next pitch in the same spot. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lebkuhl thought it was a little more outside.
He's definitely been working that outside corner all game.
Yeah, he struggled with his control a little bit early in the game, but he certainly settled in well.
Yes, he has.
In essence, when he was throwing fastballs, now he's throwing change-ups, throwing curveballs. He's got the whole repertoire working.
All the pitches are working.
Yep,
here.
2 ball, 2 strikes. Lebkuhl trying to get things started for Warrenton. Bottom of 5, all tied. Swings through that one.
Good cut.
And that brings up Keegan Mellegard, the left fielder. First pitch is a bunt from Mellegard. Fouls it back to the backstop. Keegan's also the outside linebacker on the football team. Has a nose for the football. A couple interceptions and a couple fumble recoveries this year on the wonderful football season that this year's Warrenton Warriors had. Trying to have a nose for the baseball here now. Or an eye for the baseball here.
Good take there.
1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch from Gehring. Mellegard tattoos that one.
Keep going, ball.
Back to the warning track. Bounces off the fence. Mellegard's in there for a double. Big outside linebacker delivers a nice
1 hop to the fence there.
Double. Left fielder, nice hit.
Yeah.
Took it to the opposite field, just kind of went with the ball and drove it. That brings up Austin Haas. Hit by a pitch and grounded out so far. Batting .455 on the season, slugging .636.
This looks to be our 3rd time through the lineup here, so seeing him for a 3rd time.
We have 2 opportunities here to get the run in here. 1 out, runner on second. Haas takes on the first pitch.
Is that a ball? It's a ball.
Was a ball. Haas has got 3 RBIs in the season. He's usually the leadoff hitter, so not as many RBI opportunities, but he's got one here. Curveball on the outside, gets past the catcher. Mellegard's on his horse, and he stands up going into third. I hate to say deja vu, but that's how Haas got on the third in the first inning.
Right.
And that scored a run later on.
Yeah.
Haas scored on the RBI ground out by Martin. Put the ball in play here. Melgard's got a really big lead at third. Should score a run.
Yeah, just put the ball in play.
2 balls, no strikes to Haas.
Got the infield pulled in.
Going to have a play at the plate. Haas pounds that one to the right field.
That should be enough to be a sac fly.
And right field is under it, gets it and throws it in. Melgard's up easily. RBI, Austin Haas.
Nice job, Warriors.
And the Warriors get back on the lead.
Good effort, Nick.
Hey, don't stop now. Let's go, Connor. Let's go.
So that's 2 outs now.
They do an appeal at third. Let me see if Melgard left too early, and the umpire rules him safe. So, Carter Martin at the bat now. Nice little rip on that one. Fouled it back, though. Straight back. Strike 1. Martin's got one of the RBIs for Warrenton today. Curveball, takes it to the shortstop. One hopper. Eilers comes up throwing and dug out of the dirt by Kilker at first to get the last out of the inning.
Nice pick at first base there to get that. That's a good play at first. Warriors just starting to hit the ball well.
So we move to the top of the 6th with Warrenton back in the lead, 2-1.
Great game here. We have a great game.
Kirkpatrick back on the mound for Warrenton. Leading off is going to be Brody Anderson. He's reached both times on an error, and he's got an RBI as well. And Anderson's got himself a stolen base. Warrenton with an overall record of 6-3, 0-1 in the GAC North. Their lone loss to St. Charles West yesterday, where they lost 7-0. Trying to avenge that loss here and take the all-time series lead. A lot on the table here.
A lot on the table here. Larry Lukey Memorial Field.
Anderson steps in ready to hit for West, is averaging .385 at the plate so far this season. Fastball from Kirkpatrick. Anderson takes it, line drive to shortstop, squeezed, and got the out by D. Sylvester at shortstop for Warrenton. That brings up the DH Ty Ducat for St. Charles West. He's grounded out and lined out in his first 2 at-bats. Kirkpatrick starts him with a fastball, swinging a miss by Ducat. Curveball in there for a strike over the outside corner.
That was a great pitch.
It really was.
That's a tough one. It's a good take by the batter. I mean, you've got to time that up just perfect.
That was really slow. I mean, he changed speeds as well as the curve.
Good pitch.
Kirkpatrick's doing a great job. This one's outside in the dirt. Haas blocks it. Gets past him, though.
Nope, no swing.
Peeled down to third to see if he swung. Umpire says no swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another curve ball. Just misses on the outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You got a good battle here going.
Seeing a couple curveballs here. Let's see if he gives him a little heater here. He does.
Straight.
Over the outside corner. That's his first strikeout. Good time for it.
Yeah, we'll take one of those.
That brings up shortstop Caden Eilerts. He reached on a hit by a pitch the last time up. Kirkpatrick starts him with a slow curveball over the outside corner. He's really got that outside corner working here.
You know, we have a few raindrops falling on us here.
Spitting a little bit.
Yeah.
Another curveball, outside corner. He's feeling it. I like to see that.
Yeah.
0-2. Eilert's going to have to shorten up here, try to get the ball in play. Curveball again. Haas squeezes, doesn't get the call. Took him a little further outside on that one. See if he'd reach on that one. Does he throw him 4 straight curveballs? He does. Haas does a good job blocking that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was in the dirt. Does Eiler set fastball here, or does he keep on expecting the curve? Kirkpatrick shakes off the first sign, brings the heat, and gets another strikeout. 1-2-3 inning from the sophomore pitcher, Jake Kirkpatrick.
That's big. Yeah, the radar says there's just a little bit of light rain in the area, so we might be dealing with that. Doesn't look like it'll be enough to delay the game in any way.
We move to the bottom of 6. Warrenton leads 2-1. Got a great batter leading off for Warrenton this inning as well. Their leading hitter, Colin D. Sylvester, hitting .650 on the season. One of the top-rated hitters in the metro area right now. Gehring still on the mound for St. Charles West. He's gone 6 innings in both his first 2 starts. He goes 6 again right now. D. Sylvester's 1 for 2 so far, with a hit up to center field in the first. And also a great play defensively to rob Gehring of a hit earlier. All right, D. Sylvester steps in. Gehring rubs the ball on the mound, steps on the rubber, ready to go here, bottom of 6. Starts him off with a tight curveball. D. Sylvester hits it high into the infield. Shortstop camps underneath it.
It's going to be tricky.
Yeah,
nice
the wind
play
blew that
short.
back.
Yeah, nice play, shortstop.
Really nice play. Pop out the short. So D. Sylvester goes down. That brings up Stanley, third baseman for the Warrenton Warriors. Bats left-handed. Had a sacrifice in the first and grounded out in the fourth. Gehring's been pretty much throwing him the heat, and he does that one there. Hasn't really thrown him the curveball. We'll change up there.
On the ball.
Stanley's waiting on it, drives it to the right field.
Good piece of hitting.
Rain picks up a little bit more now. Yep. Bryce Phillips up next. Gearing takes a look over at first base. Stanley's got himself a good leadoff. Pitch now on the way. Fouled back by Phillips. Had a good cut down the right field line. Runners running. Play at second. Stanley's in there easily. Nice stolen base by Stanley. Got to jump on the pitcher there. 1 ball, 1 strikes the count. Runner in scoring position. Warrenton's looking to extend their lead. Phillips at the plate. Gearing delivers a fastball right past the hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch, fastball, fouled back by Phillips. Count still 1-2. Rick Stanley over at second base now for Warrenton. 1 out. Phillips trying to drive him home. All-State pitcher Gehring on the mound for St. Charles West. He's trying to put an end to this. Curveball in the dirt. Nice block by the catcher.
Very nice play.
Keeps the runner at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. First baseman Phillips steps into the batter box, ready to receive the pitch here from Gehring. Fastball over the outside, just outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Stanley got to second on a stolen base after a base hit down the right field. Fastball high on that one. Runners now at first and second. That brings up Mason Thompson. He singled last time at bat. He's averaging .526. He took that curveball deep last time. Let's see if Gehring throws him the curveball again or not. It's third time for Thompson to see Gehring pitch this game. Shortstop dancing in behind Stanley over there at second base. Gehring delivers for a strike. Fastball low and outside. Thompson's teammates urging him on here. Fastball. Thompson fouls that straight back. Didn't miss that by much. Gehring ahead of the count here, 0-2. See if Gehring decides to throw him a curveball. That's the one that Thompson hit last time. Or is it to keep on giving him the heat? An outside corner curveball does not go over for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Might have been a slider. Runner at second and Stanley for Warrenton. Shortstop dives behind him. Pitch is on the way.
All
Thompson
right.
drives another one. Another high pitch. Center fielder gets underneath it. Makes the play. And throws it in. Runners do not advance.
The Warriors have been making hard contact the last few at-bats here. So
They really have. They've kind of seen Gearing pretty well. We talked about that earlier. When you see have a good pitcher and you know he's throwing strikes, it's a little sometimes easier to get some hits or put the bat on the ball. All right, 2 outs now for Warrenton. Runner in scoring position. Runner at first as well. That brings it Jake Kirkpatrick for Warrenton. Pitcher. Chance to help himself out, and he does so. Hits it down through the gap. There's going to be a play at the plate. Stanley's digging, throws on line, and they get the runner out. What a tremendous throw.
Great throw.
By Vocal for St. Charles West.
Great throw.
Junior outfielder Andrew Vocal comes up throwing on a one-hopper to him and knocks down Stanley at the plate.
Can't blame the Warriors for trying that because it take a perfect throw to get him, and they got it.
Yep.
That was a great defensive play by West.
I love the aggressiveness by Coach Burley on that, though. Sending the runner. You said earlier, runs are going to be few and far between. And
that's right. We have an opportunity to score. You got to go after it, and especially when we got a lead here. So we hold on this top half of the inning, and that's the game.
I want to recognize one of our sponsors one more time, Main Street Real Estate, the hometown realtors with hometown hearts. They've been proudly supporting Warrenton High School athletics in our community for years. From game day to closing day, Main Street Real Estate is your home team. All right, looks like Warrenton's made a pitching change here. So Kirkpatrick goes through 6 innings with the lead 2-1. And now they're going to go to their shortstop, Colin DeSylvester. Collins pitched 1.7 innings so far this season. He's got 2 Ks, and he's got a whip of 3.0. Looking to shut things down here for Warrenton. Leading off is going to be Andrew Vocal, of course, a player who made the nice throw from left field to get Stanley out in the last half of the inning. He's leading off for St. Charles West.
And oftentimes you'll see somebody make a great play, then come in and make a great play at bat. So that those two things go hand in hand. So the Warriors got to be on the lookout for that.
100%. First pitch from DeSylvester, a little high. Starts him out with a little fastball. 1 ball, no strikes. Next one, a little low, 1 ball, or 2 balls, no strikes. Next one's low as well, 3 balls, no strikes. Carter Martin has moved to shortstop. That one's in there for a strike from DeSylvester. That's the way to find his first strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Been throwing heat so far. Saw him throwing a curve in his warm-ups. Another fastball, 3-2. Vocal wanted the walk, but that was clearly down the middle. Full count here.
Battling back here.
Ground ball back to DeSylvester.
Position, good play.
Pitcher fields it nicely and gets a runner at first. 1 out. It brings up Matt Box, center fielder. He's singled and walked so far. Batting left-handed here. There's the curveball. Misses, though. Next pitch misses as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Lemke has moved from right field to second base for Warrenton. Next one's in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. That got Austin.
It took a bad bounce. Looked like it got the lip of the plate.
I was say it sounded like it hit just the edge of the plate. Yep.
Yeah, it just didn't bounce true.
Everybody kind of cringes as Austin walks that off.
Yeah. And you get behind the plate, you got to be a tough kid, and Austin definitely is.
DeSylvester works quickly here and delivers a heat. 3 balls, 1 strike. Box hits that a ground ball over to Phillips. 1 hopper. Phillips picks it up, touches the base. 2 down. That brings up the West pitcher, Brendan Gehring. Second team All-State in the last 2 years. First team All-State in 2022. He's going to be the last out or the first runner this inning for St. Charles West. Go to right on right here. DeSylvester the righty. Gehring batting righty. Curveball. Gehring pops it up. It's in play. Oh, right fielder
Foul.
couldn't get to it in time.
It was a long run to get to that one. We gave it an effort, though.
St. Charles West down to their last out. Gehring behind in the count, 0-1. Ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pops that one straight back. Hits the backstop. Warrenton's 1 strikeout away from evening the series 1-1 here in the all-time series, taking the lead, hopefully. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gehring steps in. DeSylvester's ready to deliver. Fastball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not a bad pitch there. You're heading the count. You don't want to throw anything right down the middle.
Yeah, see if they'll chase one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
Just missed on that one. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Austin must have thought that was a strike. So we're now at full count.
Going for the outside again. Curveball. Gehring fouls it or tips it back.
Slips out of the box.
DeSylvester comes up throwing, and he gets him at first. Warrenton comes up big against the All-State pitcher. After losing 7-0 yesterday, Warrenton bounces back to win today 2-1, taking the all-time series lead 14-13, and also improving their record to 7-3 and 1-1 in the GAC competition. Great game from Warrenton. Did not look good for them, battling against the All-State pitcher, but they came back and battled from the get-go, got the early lead in the game, gave up the lead, or tied it at least, in the 4th when St. Charles West got on the board. Then they came back in the 5th and got another run. And Colin DeSylvester came in to close things out and get the save for Warrenton. Final score, Warrenton 2, St. Charles West 1. What an incredible game we saw. Player of the game for St. Charles West was going to be Brody Anderson. He was the player of the game yesterday, and he was the player of the game again today. Right fielder yesterday, He was a winning pitcher for St. Charles West, and today he had the lone RBI for St. Charles West. So good job for Brody Anderson 2 days in a row as a pitcher yesterday and as a right fielder today. And the star of the game for Warrenton today is, of course, going to be it's going to be Austin Haas got the game-winning RBI. Catcher, all-state catcher, delivered the clutch run when the game was tied up 1-1 to close things out, and then Colin DeSylvester did a great job pitching for Warrenton as well. Looking ahead, St. Charles West's next game will be against Blair Oaks at Jefferson City on Thursday, I believe. No, Friday. It's against Friday. Game time will be at noon, and Warrenton's next contest will be a home game versus Fort Zumwalt East on Saturday with a 10 a.m. first pitch. Until next time, thank you for joining us on the Warrenton Sports Network. Stay safe and keep supporting high school